Welcome back to the channel, guys. We've got a brand new Youth Academy Challenge starting today, and this time we're in Denmark. Let's get started. The team we're going to be managing then is Slagelse B&I. Now, they are an amateur club in the bottom division of Denmark where we're going to be starting. We start as an amateur club, which means, as many of you guys will know, any of our players can get taken at any time, and I can't do anything about it. So we get someone good through, and we don't get promoted and get up to semi-professional level, they're just going to be leaving. So there's going to be players out constantly. Obviously, no players in, as always. The club were founded in 1887, which makes this club the 5th oldest club in Denmark, which is fantastic. We've got brilliant new kits as well. I don't know if you can see them there. Home kit, I put some Carlsberg on the front. A sort of like a little bit of a nod to Liverpool back in the day, but also because Carlsberg is from Denmark. So on the nice red and white home kit, and then we've got the black and gold away kit, which is quite good as well. I designed them yesterday. I was really excited to start this. I'm looking forward to it a lot. I've got the stadium behind it. If we just have a look really quickly at the facilities, because you guys will be interested in that, obviously. We're playing at the Harbour Arena, Slagelse, in Slagelse. 10,000 seater stadium, which is really, well, 10,000 capacity, but 3,300 seats. So I can only use 3,300, but it is quite big, because there used to be a bigger club. They've never been a massive club, but there used to be a bigger club than this. I'll show you in a second their trajectory up and down the leagues over the last 25 years. It's pretty insane. So, the stadium was built in 1927. It was sort of rebuilt in 2013. The council own it, so we don't own the stadium. We've got adequate corporate facilities, which we're not really bothered about. Adequate training facilities, which is pretty good. Below average youth facilities, which isn't as good. Average academy coaching, which is not too bad. And then fairly basic youth recruitment, which isn't very good. Okay, so to the history of Slagelse. So, starting in 2002, they was in the 3rd division, which is called the 2nd division. Like in England, the 3rd division is League 1. So they were in there for a while, going along nice. Then they got promoted to the 2nd tier of Denmark there. They finished 5th in the Nordic Bet Liga. And then they got relegated, finishing 7th. Or it says they did. It doesn't look like they did, because the season after they played, they came 6th. I think that's supposed to be the red one. But I think that's just a mess around. But the editor, it's probably someone's put the information in wrong. But in 2012, which I've had a look on Google and Wikipedia, they went bankrupt. And they went all the way down to the, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th tier down here in the Danish Zealand series. It's one below the one they are in real life. In real life, they are down here, which is the Danmark Serie. And then they went back up. I don't know what happened there. I think they reformed and merged into another club and went back into the 2nd tier. And then they got promoted that season into the top division, the Superliga. They had one season there, back down, multiple relegations, and then bankruptcy again down into the 6th tier. They went back up to the 5th, and then back up to the 4th, and then the 3rd. They've gone up 2 there. I don't know why they went up 2, but they went up 2. I never understand that. Going up 2 divisions, but they must have either merged with another club or they paid for a license. It's not like the same as in England. A lot of people watching this will come from England, and it's very rigid. Teams don't go down 2 divisions and then go up 4 and down 5 unless they go bankrupt, right? They go right down to the bottom, like Bury and Macclesfield. So it's a bit different in these different countries to where I live, and most of you guys that are watching probably live. But yeah, they spent a lot of time in the 3rd division there, well, 2-3 seasons, and then they went down again and down again. And then that's where they are in real life. So in real life, they're in the 5th tier. But obviously, we've gone forward a year because that is the rules of the Youth Academy Challenge. They got promoted. So that is that green one there. And now we are back in to the 4th tier. Now, we're predicted to finish 11th. We've got 1.5-star reputation. Again, like I said, we're an amateur club. So this is going to be really difficult. It's going to be a lot more difficult than Italy. I didn't want to go down the route of managing in somewhere like Iceland, which will be really, really tough. Like, I'd be sort of building a nation inside the Youth Academy Challenge without making signings. It would have taken ages. We'd have had 200 episodes, and it would just been, I mean, maybe even more, honestly, in like an Iceland or a really difficult country. I think it would have got to the point where it wouldn't have been fun for you or me. So we've gone sort of like in a middle stage. I've gone because in the top tier of Denmark, there's some decent clubs like Copenhagen, FC Michelin, and people like that, teams like that. So once we do get up to the top, there'll be some other teams that'll helping us sort of progress the league a little bit, so we can maybe get another Champions League spot. So it'll be a lot easier to qualify for European football domestically. and it will provide us with a bit of a challenge. Obviously, at some point, we'll eventually start winning the league every single season, but that doesn't matter. There's a long way until that point. We're in the 4th tier, so we're going to go all the way up. I'm not even sure when we get semi-professional. I don't know when that is. I don't know if that's the 3rd tier. I don't know if it's the 2nd. I'm not entirely sure. So, let's have a look. Right, so this club here, Brabrand, they are in the 3rd tier, which is the 2nd division, and they are still amateur. Semi-professional there, semi-professional there. Majority of these are going to be semi-professional. I've just seen one that is professional. They've probably just been relegated from the 2nd tier. This team here, I think that's AB, isn't it? Yeah, semi and then amateur. So there's one amateur, one professional, the rest are semi-pro. So I don't know. Maybe you need money. I'm just wondering why. Have they just been promoted, Brabrand? Let's have a look. No, they haven't. So you're not guaranteed to get to semi-professional if you go to the 2nd tier. Sorry, the 3rd tier, but the 2nd division. Interesting. If we then go to the 2nd tier and we go down all those, I wonder if they're all professional or some still semi-professional there. Still semi. So I think we're going to be semi-professional right up until the 1st division. Unless we stay in the 2nd division a lot of seasons and we can sort of stabilise. Interesting one. Obviously, as always, we've started with 0 experience, Sunday League footballer, and no coaching badges as well. That's why our managerial profile looks as bad as it does. In the club then, we've got 60 grand or just short, £59,807. I'm not totally sure. It looks like we're going to be losing money. I don't know why that is. I need to sort that out straight away because I need to sort of get some upgrades in. And if we haven't got any wages on any of the players because we're amateur, there's no excuse to be losing money, really. I think when we start the season, that will probably change the projection. But we have got a lot of staff at the club. So I don't know if they're paid, though. Let me just have a quick look. Are any of these guys paid? No, they're not. So I do wonder how we're losing any money. If we have a look at our expenditure. I do wonder why that is. Maybe it's because of things are going out, but things aren't coming in right now. Because obviously we've not started the season. So this here above my head is Torben. Now he's a legend at Slagelse. If we click on his profile there, if we go and scroll down a little bit, it does look like he's managed Slagelse there for 1 season. And then it looks like he came back there for 1 season. So I don't understand how he's a legend. But apparently he is. So that's absolutely fine. We've got Christian Uth here, who is a player or an ex-player, an icon of Slagelse. He's now a physio. He's not a very good physio, but he's played at Slagelse for 7 years, from 2005 to 2012. So he's obviously an icon. In the favoured personnel list as well, we've got Bo Anderson, who was an ex-player. It doesn't say that he was an ex-player though in his background, in his history page, which is interesting. But it does say that he was a goalkeeper coach down here for 1 season. So he must have been a player. I don't know what's happened there. But yeah, and Ulrich Balling as well is an assistant manager. This guy looks like he's been at Slagelse for a long time. So he started his career here, didn't play any games at the start. Obviously a youngster, he must have been released maybe, or I don't know what happened there. But looks like he's actually left for a bigger club. It looks like it was too big for Slagelse almost, and then he's gone up to Tromsø. He had a decent career. And then he obviously came back to Slagelse. And then it also looks like he's become the player assistant manager, the assistant manager, under-19s assistant manager, reserves manager, and the manager. And then he left in 2020. So Ulrich should probably be the legend, but he isn't. It's absolutely fine. We've got a local derby against Nastved here, who are in the 3rd tier, I think that is. So we'll be beating them in the next couple of seasons, hopefully. We've got Holbach in here, who are in the same tier as us, the 4th tier. And then we've got Kalundborg here, who are in the lower divisions, so maybe the 4th tier, I don't know. Not too many, hopefully we're making some new rivalries. Let's have a look at the team then. This is our squad. It's very small, but we do have players in the B team and the under-19s team, so we'll have a look at them in a second. First things first, Valdemar Ibsen, the centre midfielder, the 22-year-old central midfielder who's 4-star current ability, looks like he's leaving. I can't do anything about that. The offer was there for the club that's trying to buy him, well, pinch him, before I even took over, but I can't do anything about it anyway. Tried to offer him a contract, and it's just said our squad's not good enough, basically. So it does look like we're losing probably our best player straight away, which is not great. This is him here. Now, he doesn't look very good, but for this level, trust me, this guy is very good. 14 first touch, 60 determination, good decisions, good acceleration and pace, good work rate and teamwork, passing, and even technique and dribbling. He would have been perfect as central midfield attack or a Mazzala. So it does look like we're going to lose him. We're going to lose him to Bronchoj for a free. They have just been promoted like us, I'm pretty certain. So I'm hoping he doesn't join them. Now, they have got a better team than us, but it's not much better. I'm hoping he rejects them. But he also doesn't want to talk to us, like I said. Our squad is not strong enough to play to level matching his ambitions anymore. So, very annoying. He also likes big matches. He would have been perfect in centre midfield for us. But if he leaves, it's not to be. We move on, right? Our goalkeeper here, Marius Kroos, is from the Faroe Islands. It's the only player that's not from Denmark. The team is quite young. The oldest player here, 29, which is really, really good. And he's not one of our best players. So we've got a few of these players for a while until we... obviously not good enough anymore. Our goalkeeper at 19 years old, though, I'm liking the look of him. Obviously, all an amateur contract. So our goalkeeper is here. 13 reflexes, 8 one-on-ones, 6'4". He does look quite good for this level. 5 positioning is a little bit of a worry, but he has got decent jumping reach, decent agility, so not too bad. Like I said, just the positioning. He has been playing for the Faroese under 21s, and he's come from HB Kurger in the 2nd tier, and then he obviously went to a team in the 5th division, and then he joined us in the 5th division, and then we've just been promoted. So nice signing in real life for Slagels. We've got right back here Joachim Mom. He is only 2.5 stars, so we can have a look at him now. 28. I mean, he's got a bit of pace about him, which is quite nice. Right-footed only, but he does avoid his weak foot, which is quite good. He can't dribble, so he's probably a full-back. And he's got good tackling, good marking, decent positioning. He's not very good attacking, but he can just sit there. He's got decent decision-making as well, so he's not going to be an absolute idiot, is he? But we can probably play him as a full-back, at right-back, as a supported full-back, and he'd probably do a decent-ish job. Next, we've got Mark Nielsen, 22. This guy, again, though, not too bad. He's got the decent attributes. He's got good tackling, decent marking, good positioning. Not terrible mental attributes. Obviously, the off the ball and the vision's crap, but that's on the ball stuff. That's absolutely fine. Acceleration 9, which is not terrible in this division. 10 pace. We've got 13 jumping, which will be really, really helpful for corners at this level. 11 stamina. All around, not too bad. He will be starting at centre-back for us, I'm pretty certain. I'm quite happy with that. He can also play right back. Tobias Hansson, who looks even better. 23, 3.5 star current ability. He's got 14 jumping reach, and he stays back at all times. He looks like more of a defender. He's less good with the ball, but he's a proper defender. He's going to be a menace at corners. 14 strength, a really big, strong guy. He's not very quick off the mark, but after a little while, he gets a bit quicker. Not much, but a little bit. So Tobias looks quite good. So those two in centre-back will be okay for us. To be fair, it's the only 2 centre-backs we do have that are in the first team. And then we've got William Hildebrand at left-back or wing-back left. He's also 3.5 star current ability, which is quite nice. And again, 14 acceleration. He's a decent crosser. He's actually natural at left mid and left wing-back. But I do think he's going to start at left-back. Again, we'll see. I can't go 3 at the back because we've only got 2 central defenders. So it's going to be a 4 at the back formation. I do like him as a wing back though. Maybe we make him this. Maybe we make Hildebrand the guy that bombs forward, and maybe we make the other guy at the back, other side, Mom. He's sort of like an inverted fullback or just a fullback on support who holds his position and stays as the back 3, and that would be quite good. And Hildebrand can just get forward whenever he wants. That could be pretty nice because this guy has got decent pace, decent crossing, and he can also dribble quite well. For 9 dribbling, he's technically a wide midfielder, so do like the look of that. It's a nice little balance. I can do something with that. I like it. I do. Obviously, we've got Ibsen, who's leaving, I've showed you, or might be leaving. Obviously, as soon as I get news on that, I will show you guys in an episode, or this episode, whatever I'm doing. Yeah, I don't know. Mert Dogusoy. Looks like a Turkish guy with that name. It looks part Turkish. He's not, but I'm sure he's got some Turkish blood in him somewhere. So this guy is only 24. He's got good acceleration and physicals. 6'1", so he's got decent jumping reach. He can't dribble, and he can't finish at all. but he's got a decent first touch. He can't really pass either, so I am wondering if he's just a centre midfield attack and we just get him into the box. I think that's all we're going to have to do. He's got good physicals, so I'm hoping to try and get him running from midfield. I mean, he's not really great, is he? I don't really know what I could do. Maybe a ball winner. Got decent aggression, good work rate, determination. I'm not sure what to do with him. We'll see in a second. We'll see when we're putting together the formation. So we've got Alexander Muller-Hansen on right wing. He's 4 stars current ability, so this guy should be quite good. Oh, again, good pace, 6 foot. We've got a lot of tall people and a lot of good aerial, good pacey, good physical players. He's just going to be a winger, I think. I don't know if we're going to play with right midfield or right wing yet. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, he's going to be on this right-hand side. Knocks ball past opponent, which is quite good as well with that pace. So good crossing. So it just makes sense to get him down that wing, get the ball across, and hopefully our strikers are going to be tapping them in. Hansen looks quite good. Next, we've got Martin Algren, who is a striker, really. Good pace again, 6'2". We have got some physically very, very good players. I didn't expect them to be this good physically. I thought they'd be very, very bad. Decent composure, decent flair. Do quite like this guy. I think he's probably just going to be advanced forward. Why not? Gets in the box, can head it. Off the ball's not great. I don't want him coming deep. His vision's not very good. Finishing's quite good. He can't really dribble. I think advanced forward is probably the best for Martin Algren. Only 25 as well, not 26 until March, so that's pretty good as well. Marius Christiansen. Now, this guy is also 4-star current ability. So our wingers are very, very good. So we're going to have to be playing with wingers. That is an absolute fact. So Marius Christiansen. Oh, okay. See, I think what we do with him is we put him on the left-hand side as an inside forward because he's got 11 finishing. Good off the ball. He might get taken off us at some point, which is annoying. I like Christiansen. He looks like our best player so far. Runs with the ball down the right, but that's absolutely fine because he's not going to be playing over there. Wow. He looks a bit of a jewel of the crown, doesn't he? Nice. Really, really good. He's on the left-hand side, almost definitely. And then we've got Mikael Reimer Gadby, who can play everywhere, really. Again, good pace, good flair. Can't dribble, so I don't know what he's going to do. Apparently he's a pressing forward, but he's got 6 work rate. Where can he play on the wings? As a winger, maybe just backup winger? Just backup, I think. He's 29, he's the oldest player, but he can play pretty much anywhere. So anyone's tied at the end, he'll come on for them. Jakob Jensen is a centre midfielder / attacking midfielder. Let's have a look at him. Oh, okay. He's not bad either. He's natural on the wing, but we've got good wingers. So I do wonder if his best position might be centre midfielder. Or maybe behind the striker. Maybe a shadow striker? I don't know. Do we go 4-2-3-1? We played a lot of 4-2-3-1 in Italy. So I'm not fully sure what formation to do. I've played that a lot this year, so I want to come away from the 4-2-3-1. But if it suits us for now, then I'd be stupid to do anything else. So we'll have a look. You guys can let me know in the comments as well, because we're not going to play any games in this episode. We'll build the tactic in the next episode. I'm just sort of introducing you to the club, what we're doing, the level we're at, facilities, background of the team, the kits, etc. So you guys can get a feel of what we're going to be doing, and then we're going to be releasing episodes quite quickly. I'm going to be doing this quite a lot, and get that content out there for you guys. So Jensen looks all right. I don't know where to play him though yet. We'll have a look later on. Then we've got Rasmus Grossen, who can also play on the wings. We've got a lot of wingers / strikers. This guy's got good pace. 26 years old as well. Inside forward on this side, inside forward on that side. We've got some good attacking options. We have. Runs with the ball down the right again. Does not move into channels, so he stays quite where the player will not move from central areas into space between them and wide positions. Wide players will similarly not look to come inside. Right, so wherever he plays quite statically out there. He doesn't roam around much. He stays where he should be. Which I'm not too bothered about, to be honest. Balance is not very good, But determination is good, can dribble, bit of finishing, decent long shot, which is quite nice. He's not bad at passing and technique. All around, not too bad is Rasmus. Again, I don't know how I'm going to fit all these guys in. Yeah, we'll see. I've not got no defensive midfielders though, have I? So maybe we can figure something out. And then we've got Mike Anders Mayhofer. Again, 6'2" with good pace. Left-footed, so that's a little bit different. Decent finishing. Can play centre attacking midfield and left wing as well. Yeah, we have got good options. We do need to play with 4 players in that top end of the pitch. So whether that's 3 attacking midfielders, 2 wingers, attacking midfielder and a striker, or 2 strikers, 2 wingers, or I don't know. But we need to figure something out. We are going to have a little look in the B team. So we've got a lot of players in here, but they aren't that good. So if we look at the 2-star current ability players, Christian Krug, who is a left midfielder and a defensive left, he's not bad. He's not that bad. So he could be easily a decent backup left back for us, and he's decent in the air as well. Like I said, decent positioning, 8, tackling's 8, marking's 8. He can't dribble, so he'll probably be like a fullback support, but he's not terrible. So I think we're going to promote him, the first team, to sort of like flesh out the positions a little bit. Then we've got Alen Setka, who is a centre-back / left-back. Again, not too bad. Decent backup centre-back for us, which is pretty good. Decent passing, decent marking, decent tackling, decent technique. 9 positioning is quite good. Can't really jump, but acceleration 9 and pace 10, not too bad at all. So Setka's going to go in the first team as well. Ooh, next we've got a defensive midfielder. Daniel Kohlberg. Let's have a look. Not terrible again. 8 tackling, 8 marking, 8 passing. Again, he's all-rounded, isn't he? He's not really got any weak areas. Everything's like an 8 or a 9. A few 7s there as well. So I do like him quite a lot, actually. He'll help us out. He can play in a few positions in that midfield. So Kohlberg, definitely going up to that first team. Endrit Kemilji is a right winger / striker. I don't think we're going to need him in the first team. Is he part Kosovan or Albanian? There you go. Albania. So Endrit, I think we've got better players than him. I don't think we need attacking players in the first team. Again, we can dip into the B team if we need it, but for now I don't think he comes up with us. But Frederick Skau, who is a right-sided centre-back and a right-back and a DM, which is something we're looking at, he's potentially going to be brought up as well. Now, he's not amazing at all. Far away from it. But the positions he plays, I do think he gets called up to the first. There's some 5-star players here as well. Christian Klojgaard. He doesn't look that good. Sort of. Yeah, I think we'll leave him in the B team. See what happens with that. And then we've got Malik El Beltagi, who can play in some weird positions. But I don't mind him for this right-back spot. Now, he can't really mark, and his concentration isn't great. He's got a memory of a goldfish when it comes to looking at where players are going to be when he's marking. But he has got a good trait. Runs with ball down right, and he's decent in the air. So I do think he's going to get called up. I need numbers. Mohamed Masood. Don't think we're going to be bringing him up. Ooh, Enes Osmik. He's got some pace again. Decent dribbling, first touch and finishing. I do think he's going to get called up. He looks quite decent. Oscar Bag. No, I don't think he's going to be. Toivo Heibolt is a decent centre-back. He's not the greatest, but I think we call him up just for the experience. He's 32. Let's just put him in the first team. He might never play, but he also might play. Adam Kohlberg. No bonuses, nothing. So they're not costing us anything, these players. So there's no real point to releasing them. I think that's probably it. We didn't look at Mikael Stalholt, who's 19, but he's got a 2-month injury. So we'll have a look at him another time. He looks okay, but again, he's a winger, and we've got plenty of them. Under 19s then. Okay, no 5-star players in there, which is a bit of a nightmare. Noah Winther, who is a left-back / left winger. Doesn't look too bad, but he's an ambitious personality. Jimmy Pedersen, who's a fairly determined left winger. Doesn't look too bad, but again, too many wingers. Lawson, right winger. Decent pace. Left-footed from the right-hand side, which is a bit different. I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet. And Mejner, left back, 18 years old, 1 dribbling. We've got 2 left backs, haven't we? So I think that is probably going to be our squad. Not entirely sure when the intakes happen in Denmark, so you guys might be able to tell me that. But yeah, amateur, going to be tough. Training-wise, we've not got much. I don't know when. We're back in training there. So we've got like, yeah. I mean, it's semi-pro, isn't it? Really. We've got early pre-season that I need to get through. We've got a tactic to make in the next episode. So what we'll do, the next episode, we'll do a tactic and I'll come back. I'll start the video with making the tactic with you guys. So we'll go through the process of it. And then at the end, so the second part of the video, we might do the first match of the season or after pre-season to see what the tactic looks like, if the players have learnt it, etc., and if anything we need to change. But yeah, I don't expect any of these players to stay with us for too long. I'd absolutely love it if Ibsen would stay. That would be amazing. Really, really would. The fact that it's a team that's just in this division with us, I'm hoping he stays, because they're not much better than us, if at all. Now, they are only 1.5 star like us, regional. We're regional 1.5 star. So I don't really see. He's our best player, though, there. It says key player, can you see? So yeah, we might lose him. In terms of things that they've won, they've come runner-up in the second division twice. They've never won a big trophy, anything like that. They've never won the cup. They've just won like the 4th tiers, the 5th tier a few times. So yeah, we've got a trophy cabinet to be filled. It's the 5th oldest club in Denmark, like I said, so they've got a lot of history in terms of like they've been around for a while. But we've got a nice little team there. We've got a lot of 3.5/4 star current ability players, so we can make a decent team of it. Like I also mentioned, we've also got the second worst team in the league, but as we saw with Livorno, we can overcome that. They've got a team there called Fremad. Will look like they're just going to win this league at an absolute canter. They've got the best players in every position, just being relegated. That is going to be a nightmare to play against. But we're not looking to be promoted first season. The board want us to finish, attempt to avoid relegation. Obviously, if you get relegated from the bottom division, you get sacked anyway, because you can't manage in the division below. But yeah, hoping we can sort of get into that top end of the table. I don't really want to go up to start with until we get a few intakes. But if we do, we do. We might go back down. It's fine. We're just going to see what happens, play it by ear, and all that good stuff. But that is going to be it for me, guys. There's going to be no bingo sheet this time. I don't think it really added much to the save. Again, if you guys want to let me know in the comments if that's a bad idea, let me know. I can draft one up if I have to look at the comments and you guys want it. If it's unanimous and you all want it and you'll miss it, I can absolutely do it. No problem. But I've just sort of made that decision to start with. Let me know what you want to see. If I've not showed something, let me know. This was just an introduction to the club, to the country, and all that good stuff, and the situation and the current state of affairs at Slagelse. But until next time, guys, I'll catch you then. Goodbye.